Enter and welcome to Rens Red Room on the Head Nerds in Charge Network.
Hello and welcome to Ren's Red Room. I am your host, Ren, and today I wanted to talk about the Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade situation. Um, I will have a guest join me later on in the show to get his input on the matter situation. So, recently, Gabrielle Union had an interview talking about how she felt anxiety sometimes to have such a load on her shoulder to provide for her family. And she clearly said she do 50-50 with her husband. And the social media and the internet was in a uproar over it. Now, you would think, why are people upset about this situation? They're both successful, they're both rich. Gabrielle Union net worth is $40 million. Her husband, Wade's net worth is $100 million. So he do make more money than her, but I don't believe that's the reason why they split things 50-50. First of all, if I'm already sitting on $1 million, right? And I would not, this is me, this is my preference. I would feel bad to have my husband paying the majority of the bills on his own. Yes, he does make more money than me, but not that much. We're still in the millions of dollars. So for people who don't know, Gabrielle Union used to be married before. It's public knowledge that she used to be married before. Her husband's name I do not know, but it's, as you can look it up. So because Gabrielle Union makes more money around the time they was married, she has to pay alimony. So for people who be scared of marriage so much, I just suggest you get a prenup. Just get a prenup, because whoever makes the more money is going to be the one that has to pay for the bills and stuff. Like Sherry Shepherd. Sherry Shepherd was divorced 3 times or so, or 2 times or something like that. And she has to pay all her exes alimony. So men, don't just think women are out here just looking for money. Men out here looking for money too. Don't just think women just want to marry out for the money. There's men that want to marry for the money too. But it's simple. You can just have a prenup put in place and argue, are you here with me for the money, or are you here with me for the love? And it won't be an issue. Or you can have a contract put in place before y'all get married. And I don't blame nobody. Nobody really teaches you this part of love and marriage and stuff. No one teaches you this. So you going to think, oh, we're going to be together forever type of situation. Once you get married, that's the goal and the key. But things happen. So what I suggest is you have a contract put in place before you even jump that broom. So the issues people are having with it is they feel like, because Gabrielle Union says she feels anxiety being a breadwinner of the family, which she feels like, well, we both are making like good money here. We do 50-50. So this is what I want to ask y'all. If you was married prior to your current husband and you feel like he making more money, he should pay majority of the bills, does that also include your alimony to your ex-husband or ex-fiance? I don't think that's right. And he has a child outside of their marriage as well. So Gabrielle Union, They said it wasn't technically cheating, but kind of cheating. They split up during the time of their dating, and he got a woman pregnant. Like, Jesus, how long was y'all split up? Like, that you get a woman pregnant automatically. Listen, we all hurt out here, people. Like, we all hurt. We all got trust issues. We all got issues in general. Like, that's crazy. You like, But should Gabrielle Union pay for his child support? So no, they have kids together. They have a family together. They're together. It Why isn't Bill's 50-50? That doesn't mean she don't have her own private money or equity or something. That just means that I'm sure the family and the business, the money is going into that. That doesn't mean she don't have her own little money stashed away. Most marriages do have joint bank accounts. So that means this both of our money goes into this pot, and it's for the essentials. That where it needs to go, kids, bills, business, wherever. So that's probably what they do. That doesn't mean Wade don't have his own money. So the anxiety part, I feel she thinks, is because she has to pay the alimony too. She can't quit her job being famous or she is. She can't quit that job because she still has to pay other people's bills. That's why she feels like the anxiety. Like she feels like she can't relax and sit at home and chill because she has to pay those bills. She has to keep working in order. And that's what she means when people ain't going to eat because, I don't understand why people was upset. Like I was kind of confused as to why people did not understand what she meant by it. But yeah, that's pretty much breaking down the reason of why with the situation. Now, the other things I've seen on the internet is this is why I don't want to get married. This is why I don't want to be in a relationship. This is why blah blah blah. Listen, people, is that what y'all really honestly truly want? Because sex dolls are real, and the way AI is being advanced, you might have a sit at home robot girlfriend. But are we really just that scared and heartbroken and hurt and not healed yet for us to really just be like, fuck love, fuck a relationship type of thing? I don't know. I grew up in the 1900th century. I grew up around Whitney Houston and Tony Braxton's and Music Soul Child. I grew up where music talked about love. Now music talking about eating booty, eating bunky, men booty and bunky, a woman eating a man booty bunky, and booty holes brown. Like now music it talks about sex majority of the time. And these artists and the people in Hollywood, producers and all these companies, they know what they're doing. Like promoting music that talks just about sex and violence and this stuff is going to make people think music is like hypnotizing people. Like if you listen to music and you feel better, it's because that music is speaking to your soul. So if you just got out of a bad relationship and you might listen to some Sukihana talking about stop the car, I gotta piss. Now I'm eating boy's ass, eating N-word's ass, eating N-word, like whatever the song, whatever the song is trying to say, but switch. We are turning to a culture that men want to be women and women want to be men. I don't get it. I wish I understood the psychological reason behind it. But it all comes down to is we all hurt and we're not healing. We bleeding on people who did not cut us. That is what the issue is internally the problem. So the other thing is I want to talk about Nick Cannon forgetting the Mother's Day was last weekend. And he goes on his podcast show and says, yeah, I forgot my baby mama's name and I gave her the wrong card with one of his baby mamas sitting in the studio. So I'm like, what? And the girl, the baby mama, Bree, I think her name is, the baby mama's like, oh my God, really? Wait, girl, what? You one of his baby moms. Why are you sitting there confused? Like, we confused why are you sitting there and not putting this man in his place. Like, that's disrespectful. You really taking this whole is it polyamory he's in? Or is it what is he in exactly? Because it's confusing. Because Mariah Carey told Nick Cannon, keep me out of it. Like, keep my name out your mouth. Keep me out of the situation. I'm not in this equation because you making us look crazy. And y'all are look crazy, but that is on Nick because he keeps talking about it. I don't get it. Is it poly? Are you in a poly relationship with these people? Or you just messing around with these people? Because he's taking the whole situation as a joke, and it's not a joke. These kids are going to grow up and get older. He has maybe 4 or 5. He has 12 kids altogether. And most of them were born around the same time. So when they older in their teenage years, they are going to look back at all these videos, everything you said, everything you did, and take it as a joke. As a mother raising a teenage daughter, I know how teenagers can be sometimes. They can be resentful. They can get depression. They can get anxiety. They can feel like mother don't love me, father don't love me. They think this way. And it might not be true. But as a child, they see everything's on the internet, everything's on their phone. They see the picture of a happy, loving family and environment. And they think, why ain't my life like this? Why can't I have the perfect life? And it's like they online getting paid to pin an image of perfection that is not realistic to an everyday average person. But a child do not know that. So for Nick Cannon to think this is funny now, because he knows there's no consequences to this. If the baby mama sitting right there is not checking you, not putting in your place, not be like, Nick, that ain't cool. That ain't funny. That ain't right. Why you? Obviously he's paying this woman's money because there's no way you're going to be making a joke on my behalf in front of my face. So I don't understand none of these babies. I don't know why they don't speak up to explain their situation clearly. I don't get it because Nick keeps talking about it, but the women ain't saying anything about it. They like, well, we all know each other, but we're not going to see each other. Why? Why do you not want to talk to these women in order to get a better understanding of what type of situation you're in? I guess you really don't care. And this is another thing why these women, because Nick can't explain why these women had babies by him. So certain women feel like their biological clock is ticking. At a certain age, like my friend Chris said last time, when you 35 or older, you have a high risk of pregnancy. That doesn't mean you can't get pregnant. Janet Jackson had a baby at 50. That doesn't mean you can't get pregnant. That just means you're going to have more complications to it. And then when a woman hits menopause, that's supposed to be the pause. Like you can't have no babies. You can't have, your menstrual cycle, everything stops. It pauses. So they just wanted the baby in a sense because they felt like their biological clock is ticking. Okay, I get that part. Why did you have a baby with Nick Cannon, though, is the question. Why would you have a baby by this man who makes a joke about being a father every single day? And then he joking about it because none of these women are putting him in accountability besides Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey is letting this man know, don't play with me like that. Like, no, we're good. I got my own money. We're fine. You can do what you want with these other people, but just watch your kids every once in a while. That's all I ask. But these other women is not putting this man into accountability. I don't know why. It's one thing having multiple kids. It's another thing making jokes and statements about my kids and about me. You said on Mother's Day you got the names mixed up. What? I know more of your baby mama's names than you. Like what? That does not make sense. That's disrespectful on levels here. So I just want to know, would y'all really have a baby because you feel like your biological clock is ticking and you just want a child by anybody? That is a deep question because, and I also want y'all to know, because I am a mother, a child don't fix nothing. It honestly makes things more stressful, especially, Chris, you here? Hold on. It makes life more stressful and makes life more harder to do with a child because now your life reflects them as well. So it's no longer about you. You have to now do everything in every power to hold on one second. Kurt, can you hear me?
Test.
Hey, Chris. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Yo.
So this is my guest, Chris, again from last time. A lot of people loved him and a lot of people hate him, but this conversation is about the diversity. Everybody's mindset is different. We got to be open minded, and we got to get advice from all walks of life in order for us to learn from it. We got to pick little things from people, as what they say, and then make your own conclusion. But it's better to have the world knowledge so you know than just having a little knowledge based off of what you see just around you. And that's why me and Chris are.
Well, there's another saying.
Mm-hmm.
The other saying is you need conflicting views to increase your overall intelligence. If you're only surrounded by an echo chamber, your intelligence will stay stagnant and not grow. You need someone to challenge your views because if you cannot support your view with logic and intelligence, then your view was weak to begin with. But if you can support your view, or someone else could give you a better viewpoint. So yeah, not surrounding yourself by people that agree with you is better for your overall intelligence. So yes, you do need conflicting views to make you smarter. So throw that
Right.
out there.
I mean, that's true. You supposed to ask questions to people so you can have a better understanding. Like if like I am a mother, someone who don't have kids is not going to understand what I go through, right?
Mhm.
So if they want to have kids, you should ask someone who already experienced having kids and give you advice. That doesn't mean you have to take it fully 100%, but at least ask someone with a child, what was your experience? What did you go through? How can I get some resources? And then base your judgment off of that. So, Chris, I wanted to talk about the Gabrielle Union Dwayne Wade situation. I talked to you briefly about it before. People online are upset because Gabrielle Union is paying 50-50, and they believe Wade should pay more because he makes more money than her. Technically, she's $40 million net worth and he's $100 million net worth. So what is your opinion on that?
Um, I have my own ideas about Gabrielle Union and her destruction of black people, and
Okay.
yeah, she's not good for us. Neither is Dwayne Wade.
And why
But
you say
anyway, there are reasons that I will not get into right now.
that?
But
Okay.
she's destructive to black people. Eh,
Okay.
but that whole, if she wants to pay 50-50, that's her choice. But I hope people aren't going to model their life off of two millionaires in your non-millionaire
Right.
life. Like they're like the 1% or less than 1 percentile. What is it? $15 an hour is like $31,000 a year. And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people don't even make $50,000 a year. And
Right.
$15 an hour is a dream for some. So don't, please, 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 don't let two rich people tell you how to live your life because they don't know.
Exactly. Exactly true. And let's put it to an average person scenario. I mean, if wouldn't you want your partner to go half on you with things, as in the home of the financial situation? Maybe, maybe not. Do you believe a man should pay all the bills? Is that where the uproar is about? You believe a man should be able to provide, protect the home, and you as a woman don't have to do anything? Is that where the argument comes into the middle?
To me,
Mm-hmm.
and this what got us out of the caves. Men are protector providers. That's what we do. Now, if she made 40 million and he made 2
100 million.
million, not even
Oh.
100 million, if he made 2 million and she
Mm-hmm.
wanted to pay the bills, that's her prerogative, but that's their relationship at the end of the day. I can't tell two adults how to live their relationship. If she wanted to pay all the bills and he paid none of the bills, that's their prerogative. But you
Right.
shouldn't model yourself off of something unrealistic. To me, I'm a protective provider. I pay the bills in my house. Um, my wife, anyway, my wife, I told her you ain't got to work. As a man, it's my job to take care of that. Can y'all hear this in the background? Anything in the background?
It's light. We can hear you
Okay.
mostly.
But I pay all the bills in my house. I said, as my wife, you don't have to work unless you want to. That's your choice. Every man ain't built like me though. I'm from the old school of two parents. I had a mom and I had a dad. I saw my dad go to work to take care of his family. We've had conversations. I've worked 36 plus hours before straight for my family because to me, if you want to be on the biblical side, it says for a man to cannot take care of his family is worse than a man without the faith. So I feel as if Dwayne Wade should be paying the majority of the bills. But
Mm-hmm.
again, that's him and Gabrielle Union. That's their relationship. That's their if it works for them, it works for them. But it ain't gonna work for the vast majority of the people. And 50-50, if in relationships, statistically, where a woman is paying 50-50, she does not respect the man.
That's true.
She
That's
won't.
true because they see it. It's not that she really disrespects. It's that she sees him as the equal. Like if I'm doing the exact same thing you're doing, it's like the lion's den type of mentality. Like two lions can't rule the pride, right? It
Mm-hmm.
has to be one lion in the stance.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's two lions bumping heads constantly, or two lions on the same level, it's going to be a stalemate.
Well, that's the expression of there's never been a kingdom successfully ruled by two kings. Someone has to be able to make the final call. And you use the term equal. I'm fine with women being equal to men, but there are things that you're better at, and there are things that I'm better at. We didn't evolve to do the same thing. A female lion can kill many animals, but a male lion is still stronger. If you want to go to the other side, hyenas, a female hyena, the highest ranking male in hyenas is lower than the lowest ranking female. There's patriarchy and matriarchy. But human males, we evolved to be stronger. That's why I'm expected to take that bullet. If me and you were in the bed and someone kicks in the door, who's jumping up first to take that bullet? Who's jumping up? I am.
Okay.
That's just how it is.
Right.
And if it's not, then we get teased. But their whole relationship, nah. But yeah, and 50-50 relationships. Oh, another study I read was that in relationships where both people are 50-50, it's easy for them to break up because they don't need each other. If you can do everything by yourself.
That's the problem we have in it's exactly. And like I was saying previously, now AIs are coming into the mixture now. Like we had sex dolls. Now we actually going to have sex partner like robots. So do we really want to be pretty much instincting our own generation, our own humanity? We're going to be extinct eventually. Because if robots can't get pregnant, robots can't reproduce, robots can't do that.
Yet. That's all.
Yes.
Well, there's another study that said, in reference to a lot of men are checking out of marriage. I mean, back in the day, a woman had her area. She didn't have the internet, and she had to deal with the men in her area. Now, a 7 out of 10 can go across to Virginia, where she may be an 8 out of 10, but she's in Miami, she's a 4. In Philadelphia, she's a 7, but in bumfuck Virginia, she's a 10. Okay. Now she's not dating the men in her area. It's all types of things that are changing. But what was the one study was saying? I think in like the next 20 years, 45% of women are going to be single, or not single. 45% of women are going to be childless. The men are already, like, I think it's 1 out of 3 or 1 out of every 4 men hasn't had sex in over a year. Those statistics are not the same for women, but that's just a whole different thing. I don't think AI is going to put us out of. There are always going to be people bumping nuggies. That's going to happen. It's in our genetic nature.
Are you sure about that? Because the way the internet be portraying men and women in relationships, it just seems like we hate. We just keep bumping heads back and forth instead of sitting down and having an honest conversation of what can we do to fix the situation.
That's just our community. That's our community.
As in black people, or
yes, you do not see white women online bashing men all day. Give me a white woman that's made her career bashing men. They don't. They have white women have no problem smiling at their men. You ask a black woman to smile, she got a fucking attitude with you.
Okay, so I think it's because of we was raised differently. That's just what definitely. It is. We black people was literally raised in the jungle. We was raised to fight to survive.
The scars.
The white people, exactly. The white people lived in the suburbs, always had things handed to them, always was treated like royalty by default. We trying to, as black people, we're trying to play catch up with them.
Well, one of the biggest things that hurt the black family was welfare. Before the welfare system, I believe it was 3 out of 4 black families were nuclear families, mother and father families. The welfare system, they told the black woman, we'll give you food, housing, and clothing, but you can't have a man. They never told the people in the trailer parks that. And by the numbers, there are more white people on welfare than black people on welfare. The largest welfare frauds were done by white people, not black people. So that was just an attack on the black family. There's all types of things that attack the black family. They remove the men with disproportionate policing and things like that.
Right.
But as a people, as it stands right now, demographically, black women are some of the most beautiful women on the planet, but yet they have the lowest marriage rates.
Right.
Less than 24% of black women are married. Less than 24%. Every other racial demographic has a higher number than that.
Right.
But you tell, if you try to have a conversation, I've had some conversations with sisters and they'll get mad and start throwing stuff. We want women fit, feminine, and submissive, or fit, feminine, and friendly, or whatever. But Say the word submissiveness. You get some fights.
And I told a friend of mine this: all women submit. It's just
No.
yes, we do. I told you my relationship situation currently. So I respect a man showing me that I can be soft, pretty much. Like you said, you're the provider, you're the protector, you're doing a manly duty to your family. I met a man who doing the exact same thing. I don't have to fight you. You giving me weights off my shoulder to relax and release my feminine energy to you. That is what I try to explain to people. It's not that women don't submit, because I see women submitting all the time.
And I see women fighting all the time. You're talking about conditional femininity. But
okay.
My response to that is, I saw this on a podcast. You see a guy at a bar, nice body, everything. He looks good, nice posture and everything. You go over and talk to him. So you see him, hey girl, what's going on?
Oh my God.
Let me finish. Hey girl, what's going on? You're like, what? Oh, I need a masculine man. I'll be masculine if you show me that you're feminine. We're not allowed to do conditional masculinity. Why is it okay for women to say I'll only be feminine when a man proves to me that he's masculine, or a man proves to me that he can do X, Y, and Z, when we're supposed to be masculine from the rip? You should be feminine from the rip. It should not be conditional femininity.
Can I tell you my reason behind that?
There's a reason for everything. I could say I'm gonna be soft and only gonna be masculine for a woman that I think is worthy of me being masculine too. Only masculine for a woman who proves that she can take care of everything in the house. That's conditional. There's no real good reason to be conditional.
I mean, there are soft men though. There are soft.
Yes, you know what happens? You know what happens to soft men? They fucking die. In the real world, when shit goes down, here you go. You with a soft man. You with a man that'll tell you, I don't believe in gender roles. I don't believe in any of that. And y'all walking down the block and some dude slaps your ass. Just grabs your cheeks, grabs your titty. And you look to your man. You know what that soft man's going to do?
Look back.
And do nothing. You with your fucking kids, you and your soft man that you're with, y'all with y'all kids, y'all walking down the street. Somebody inappropriately touches your girl in front of you, your daughter. You know that soft man's going to do? Be fucking soft. That's why soft men don't really, produce a lot in the old world, because that's not conducive to being a man. There's a lot to being a man.
But okay, go ahead, finish.
No, I'm saying there are pros and cons. Just like there's white privilege, just black privilege. Black privilege is a lot lower than white privilege. Just there's levels to this shit. White privilege is the highest privilege. And
light skin privilege is better than the dark skin privilege.
That changes, because sometimes dark skin girls are in, sometimes light skin girls are in. But when it comes, there's male privilege and female privilege. There's all that hype. There's privileges for each. But as a man, I have to take the good with the bad. The good is, if somebody slaps my wife's ass or slaps my girlfriend's ass or grabs my kid, I have to be ready to fight and die for my family. And that, me, I'm going to do that regardless. But those soft men, no. There was a thing where a woman watched her dude get beat up and she lost all respect for him. She watched her dude get his ass whooped. And she lost all respect. There's a reason why feminine men, soft men, aren't really in the history books. You might catch one or two. There's a reason, because they die when shit hits the fan. They cower and sulk away. You know my profession. We have to say here.
Yes.
I do not know a single soft man that does my job.
Right.
But it's not my job required for society to function.
But I mean, it's environment based, just like everybody's personality traits. It's environment based. If I am a single woman, a single mother, I have to fight the world alone, technically, yes. So I have to build a masculine energy based off of that, because I have to fight the world alone. I have to do it by myself.
You're with a man, that has to drop.
I have a man that was
when you're with a man, that masculine energy has to be able to drop, and it's hard for some people to turn that off.
It do. When you with a man that you respect, that's the thing. maybe the women that still have that guard up and that up, I can't speak for all women, but the women I see a lot of submissive women. I see a lot of masculine energy type of women too. I was one of those women, but I'm not just going to submit to a person because you want me to submit. That doesn't make sense to an independent woman.
So I'm not going to be masculine because you want me to be masculine.
So you just think a woman in the presence of a man should automatically just submit?
No, I didn't say submit. I said what is the term? Be feminine.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to, oh God, I hate using this again. If you want to look at the Bible, I shudder at the term. They always talk about where it says in Proverbs that a woman should submit to a man. But in the very next chapter of Proverbs, I believe it's Proverbs 20, it's either 26 or 27, where it says a woman should submit to a man. But I know the very next chapter over, as a whole chapter, that thing, woman to submit to a man, is like a verse or two. But there's a whole fucking chapter talking about a capable woman and what she can do. How she doesn't need her husband's permission. If she finds a good deal, she'll go for it. And that's the thing. There are things that you could be a feminine woman and still be capable. No one's telling you just because you're feminine doesn't mean you can't operate or thrive and survive in society.
But I think they just trigger by the word submit.
Then get the fuck over it.
Well, what?
Get over it. Get over it. Oh, it's like me being triggered by the word masculine. That's what I am. I'm supposed to be a masculine man. You know why we want you to submit? We want you. I'm supposed to take a bullet for you. The least I want you to do is just listen to me. I gotta take a bullet. I gotta take a grenade for you. Okay. No questions. I gotta do it.
So you think a woman, but this is the confusion, because as a single woman that's trying to find a mate, every man comes up to me just expect me to submit, and I'd just be confused because it's like you didn't do nothing. It's like you just want me just to listen to you, or maybe you telling me if you suck D, your skin will clear up, and that's not true. But you tell me this, sure I'm listening to you. Listen.
Are you sure?
Shut up.
I might see a couple of blemishes. I'm just saying.
Come in my face is gonna clear up my skin, and see that's the issue. Because I'm listening to you thinking, like they used to say that back in the day, like if you put cum in your face, it makes your skin clear. I've heard men say that.
Science does say it can help. It can be helpful to your face.
Have you ever heard of the rumor, I don't know how this rumor even came about, but have you heard that Mountain Dew kills sperm cells? So this is why we can go raw because I can't have a baby. You ever heard that?
With Mountain Dew?
That's what they used to say back in the day. So me, a woman listening to your man tell me, I'm just going to drink Mountain Dew. I can't have babies. Then next thing you know, you pregnant with a baby. No, because you listen to a man.
It could have lowered his sperm count, not eliminate his sperm.
But that's what he said.
If drinking Mountain Dew made it so you couldn't have babies, that'd be the biggest fucking selling thing in the hood. You would be able to find Mountain Dew. Every nigga have Mountain Dew in his fucking hand.
Exactly.
What you do? I'm drinking some Mountain Dew just in case I get laid tonight.
Or they say I'm allergic to latex, that's why I can't use a condom. So we listening to men giving us wrong advice. Yes, I know some do. Yes, but not every man that walks up to you.
That's why I carry polyurethane condoms in my wallet just in case. They're not. I've had girls say, "Oh, I had a girl try to trap me before." She was like, she knew what my job was. She had an idea how much money I make. I think if a kid, child support for me, just from my income would be like anywhere from $500 to like $1,000 a month or some shit. So yeah, she wanted to check. I'm about to go and say, let me grab this condom out the car. She goes, "Oh no, I don't like the smell of I don't. She said, "I don't like the latex. I don't like the smell of them." I said, "No, that's okay. I got different ones." And she really wanted me to go raw. I've had multiple women want me to go raw. It's like they see dollar signs, but what they don't know is I got a vasectomy anyway.
Listen, oh my God, Chris, you didn't have to put that on the internet. It's a good thing your face ain't showing.
They just see Chris. Well, yeah, I got a vasectomy anyway. So even if something does happen,
But you still smart enough to use a condom anyway,
yeah, I
because
keep
it's
one in
not
my
just
wallet.
about babies, it's about
No,
STDs too.
yeah, the babies are the 18-year STDs, but there are other ones that are that exist. You get that hot stuff.
Oh my God. It's
I
so
seen a push. I
stupid.
seen a girl on Facebook, a friend of mine, or Facebook friend, not really real. I'm
Mhm.
doing air quotes like you can see it. And
Okay.
she put, "I got HIV," and I'm just like, wow. And so many dudes be in her inbox trying to do stuff with her, and she got the HIV. That's I don't. Wow, we really went off on a tangent here. My ADD is kicking in, so
All right, let me bring it back, man. Let me bring it back to women listening. I would listen to a man that I really truly respect. That's just all. I listen to you, Chris. You know I listen to you because I respect you. But not every man can just have me just do what they say. It's just the request people be asking me sometimes be confusing to me. So I can't imagine what type of things other men is telling these women that makes them not want to listen. I will
well,
listen to you
you
if it
got
makes
women,
sense.
you got men that were okay. I'm not saying it's impossible, but a woman cannot teach a boy how to be a man. And you have
Okay.
these boys that growing up with single moms, which is, I believe, 80% of households, 75% of households growing up without a mom or
Mhm.
without a strong male figure in their life. So now they have to learn to be a man as a man. So they're behind the eight ball.
Oh,
I
I
grew up
agree.
with a father. So I know, here you go. In my relationship, I believe it's 51-49 when it comes to decisions in the house. Somebody has to be to make the final call. But me being a head of a household and a good head of household means I can take myself out of the situation. If she has an idea that's better than mine, it has nothing to do with my pride. It has to do with what's better for the house. Now, if
Mhm.
we're both equal, then we're gonna go with mine. But if her idea is better than mine, even the smallest bit, but I learned that growing up with a father in the house.
Mhm.
My dad was passive on a lot of shit, but if my dad said X, Y, and Z was happening, my mom knew X, Y, and Z was happening.
Because she respected her man. That's just what it
I
is.
mean, it also helped that he was like 6'2" and a bodybuilder. Could like that man could pick up 700-pound airplane wheels.
Oh wow, that
Yeah,
sounds hot.
yo, like a 747 aircraft. My dad could pick up the wheel for a 747 aircraft because he used to work at the airport. Like,
Okay, that's
so
awesome.
that might
But
help. That might have helped.
so, what do you think we should do to fix it? Because we need to fix it. Like you
What
said,
we
I,
should do to
I
fix it?
think it's a balance. I believe in balance. What you said to me just now doesn't sound crazy. We don't need to be bumping heads. The things I can trust your opinion based off of the things I have seen you do, the things that we talk about. I can trust that. Okay, if you told me, you can tell me if I drunk Mountain Dew, I would lose weight. I would believe you and trust you, Chris, because I see the things you do. But that doesn't mean it's really going to do that. But because I respect you, I will believe you.
But trust that I've done some type of level of research. Well, in reference to males and females, what I believe is men need to start acting like men again. There are a lot of men that aren't men. They have accepted the worldview that feminism has told them to have. There's this shit I'm gonna be better at being a man. You can do it, but you're not gonna be as good. Men and women were not made, nor do we evolve to do the same thing. We were
Mhm.
made to complement each other. Did you know your sense of smell is better than mine?
No, I did not.
Yes, a woman's sense of smell is better than a male's, especially when she's pregnant or on her period. Your sense of smell is better than mine. You ever wonder why if you ask a man what color is that wall, he'll say white, and a woman will say eggshell, mother of pearl, or another advanced color?
Mhm.
Excuse me, because the ability to see the color red is carried in the X chromosome. So
Okay.
y'all can see more minute color differences. Neither of us are colorblind, but I can tell differences in color.
Mhm.
But y'all can see better because that was back from the gathering berries. This red berry will kill you, but that other red berry was good, and y'all could tell the difference in the shit. We evolved to do different things.
Right.
Men evolved to protect women. Any man that says that he's not a protector, provider that's not a man to me. They can call himself whatever they want, but also I grew up in some hard times. I've had some hard things I had to go through. But together, what I think we should do, women should stop acting like men, and men need to remember that they are men. I talked to dudes at work. One of them was like, "Oh, a woman could be just as strong as a man." I said, "Are you serious?"
Yeah, I don't believe
Looking
that.
at the numbers, high school males, a high school male can beat Olympic females in run times. There was a group of high school males that beat like the third ranked Olympic soccer team. They crushed them. It was a bunch of high school boys, crushed world level teams. We weren't made to do everything together. I mean, we weren't made to do everything against each other. We need to stop trying to be the other and be just what we are. And when we be what we are, what have we done in humanity? We've made great cities. Only this last 30 or 40 years that people get so freaking confused. You want to be gay? Be fucking gay. Whatever.
I just think you have some valid points. Like I said, I'm gonna pick some of the information you give me and actually try to explain. The issue is today's society just wants to give everyone a round of applause. That's just what it is. Just like you heard of the basketball team, the women's basketball team that won against a majority white group, and the president's wife wanted both groups to come to the White House. You remember that story?
I don't know the story, but you can continue. I may have heard some small bits about it.
Yeah, so it was a women's basketball team having a championship game. The black team, well, I'm sure this was mixed race, but they pretty much projected
majority black.
Yeah, majority black team won the basketball game. So they, based off of that, was supposed to go to the White House. For whatever reason, the president's wife said, bring both teams, the winning and the losing team. Bring them both. And the black basketball team got upset because it's like, wait a minute, what? This ain't a participation trophy. We won. Like no other president has ever done this before, had winning and losing team in one place. Why would you even suggest that? So we are just in a society that everybody just want to be accepted by the way that they think. And I'm trying to tell people, I don't think the way you do. I don't see the world the way you see the world. That doesn't mean I don't respect you. It's that we both just have different viewpoints of life. You can live your life whatever way you choose to live it. But that doesn't make me accept it. It's like I was saying before, everybody has something they can bring to a table. That doesn't mean everyone can sit at your table though. We are different by design. And I see things, I might see red, you might see blue. You might tell me the sky is purple and I think it's gray. We're not going to think the same, but for you to force me to accept the sky is gray when I don't think it's gray is ridiculous. I don't have to agree with you. You can have
other side. But there's a difference between opinion and fact. You can say that 1 + 1 is 2, and I can say 1 + 1 is 3. I can be adamant about it, but I'm adamant and wrong, and you're right. So you now arbitrary.
Am I going to keep arguing with you to prove a point to you?
It depends on how bored I am. Depends on how bored. Depends on much. Sometimes I have time.
But see, that's the issue with we going through with today's society. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. If you want to believe this is what it is, then that's fine. But our society is crumbling because we just keep not having serious conversations. Like you said, more single women is just going to keep being reproduced on a regular basis, and they sit at home sad, lonely, and they don't know why they can't have a boyfriend or have a husband, this and that and third, and you're giving them valid advice. That doesn't mean that every man thinks this way, because not all men wants to be providers and die for their family as well.
Men in my field, not just my field, but men in my demographic, because I work with other people that make same amount, if not more, some a little less, but we're all 6-figure people. Like everyone where I work at, like I would say 9 out of 10, but it's a higher ratio than that. I would say 49 out of 50 pull 6 figures. I've not pulled less than 6 figures in over 10 years. we'll talk at the table, we'll talk on the truck, and a lot of us have similar ideas. I always laughed at when this is years ago, and everyone says every woman says she's different, but yet every man complained about the same thing about their wives at the kitchen table at work.
Right.
We were all complaining about the same shit, but every woman says they're different. I'm like, really?
I mean, women do have personality traits instinctively in their bodies. Yes, we do have that. But I literally talk to, like I said, like I make more money than some of the men I've seen and date. So to them, they would see me as the provider, breadwinner, and the head of the household because I would make more money than them.
If that's a real man, okay, hypothetically, me and you in a relationship and you make more money than me, you know what I'm gonna do?
What?
I'm gonna bust my ass to make more. And if I don't bust my ass to make more, I'm still gonna go out of my way to pay. Like, let's say we break the bills down. Mm-hmm. I will spend 80% of my income on bills, and you could, even if you make more than me, I'm still paying the majority out of my money of the bills, and that may not cover all the bills. We may have $1,000, $2,000 car notes, a $5,000 mortgage, and if all that, that's $7,000. I'm paying $5,000 total, and that's taking 80% of my funds. I would feel okay as a man because I know I'm doing my part. It's not my fault that you make more money. Hell, I probably worked while you went to school for whatever you were doing.
Right.
So even if you make more, but everyone doesn't have that mindset, and a lot of times, women will let that man know if she makes more than him on more than one occasion.
Okay.
Argument happens. Oh, that's coming up. You know it. And how do you think a man's gonna feel with that? How do you think that makes a man feel if he's busting his ass?
Less than and weak.
Yes. Yeah. And he's not gonna stay with you.
Stupid. But yeah, I can't respect a man that ain't helping me at all. I just wouldn't. I like, if we're in a relationship, my baggage is your baggage, your bills is my bills. We're combining everything. Why do I have to keep slaving over a hot stove and in the hot sun, and you just sitting there like?
Well, no. If I pay the majority of the bills, you would do the housework. I don't care. But if we're going 50-50 or close to that, then I'm gonna help out more in the house because I can't say I'm paying the majority of the bills. If I'm paying the majority, don't expect me to do shit in the house. I might help out when I want to. Right. When I say the majority, I'm talking about the vast majority. I'm not talking like 51, 52%, and you're paying 48%. No, I'm talking I'm paying 80, 90%. Take care of the house. That's your job. You know about my situation. She done fucked up.
No, he's stupid. It's so stupid.
Because you know my situation. Like,
yes, we're not going to talk about it.
No, we're not going to talk about it. I'm just saying. I've heard other women say they would kill to be in her position.
I would kill to be in her position. I really would. I mean, it is. It's facts. It's nothing wrong with how you feel about that too, but we're not going to get into that.
Yeah, that's not. But I'm just saying, as a man, even if you did make more than me, as long as I feel like I'm doing my part, paying more than half of what I make, or I pay 80% of what I make, and keep 20% for myself, keep 10% for myself, I would feel okay.
I think the issue is that you say some of these men are soft. It's because their mothers baby them as well.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
So it's because I dated a man who's living with his mom. I love this man to death, but I kept feeling like the man in the situation. Like when things got rough, yes, she was. And it's like, I'm trying to explain to the mother, like, your son is in his 20s, in mid-20s. I'm the one had my own place, my own car, a whole child. I'm thinking about the future, and he's just thinking about cartoons and video games.
You want to hear another term that a lot of Black women don't like to hear?
Oh God, what?
Emotional incest. A lot of Black mothers are having emotional incest with their male children. They train them to be the man that they want. They make these men into super simps. Oh, I'll never hit a woman. Listen, I don't hit women. I hit people. You man to hit me, you'll be man to take that shit. Y'all want equality? You got it. Equal rights. And equal rights.
You're so stupid.
But anyway, you get these boys. I'll never hit a woman, no matter what, because that's the type of man that mom wanted. They'll be committing emotional incest, and it stunts a boy's development. It stunts a man's development. And I hate in our community, I hate that Black women see their daughters as competition and see their sons as always innocent no matter what they do. And that's how those boys end up in jail, because they have to finally face the real consequences for something that they do. And then those girls are hypersexualized because they had to use their body or whatever to live, because they girl got kicked out. I have a niece that got kicked out at 15 years old, 16 years old. I took her and asked, I wasn't gonna, because her next route was to stay at her boyfriend. And you know, Cass grass her ass. She was gonna be paying to stay with her boyfriend at 16. I wasn't about that shit. I wasn't.
But yeah, I mean, I agree with you. From my experience, from what I've seen, yeah, it's if you are, and this is why people don't, the statistic wise, try to paint a single mother as the devil. It's in some sense, because it's like single mother homes have poor children development, have poor this, poor that.
You want numbers?
Hold on, let me finish the statement. But this is why we need to stop pointing fingers and demonizing and try to fix the situation. We both need each other. It has to be a balance. A man needs a woman and a woman needs a man. It has to be a balance in order for us to be better and survive. That's just how it is.
Not just survive, thrive.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, there was the study. Okay, so a single mother household, the kid has like an 80% chance of, I think it's like 80% or a markedly higher percent chance to drop out of school, go to prison, all that type of stuff. Notice how I said only single mother. A single father and or a two-parent mother and father household both had the same levels of success. So it's only the single mother homes that are having the problems. I'm just saying.
Okay, because a woman can't raise a girl or a boy by herself.
No, but I'm saying, but a man can. A man can.
Oh, well, I don't know what that's about.
The numbers are men have the same level of success as mother and father households as a single father household. It's only the single mother household that are having the major issues. But anyway, I believe we need both because I can't. I'm not raising a girl. I can't do it. I'm happy I don't have no girls because I don't understand. I don't know what period cramps feel like. I don't know what none of that. I don't want to know what it is. Like, I don't care. I will buy. I've bought tampons for my niece. Like I said, I had a niece, 16-year-old girl who was living with me. It's a funny story. You ready for a funny story?
Oh God, am I?
So one day before she was living with me, my brother was staying with me. My brother asked her to do his hair. She was like, no. My brother's like, hey, if you do my hair, you can come over and spend the night, because he was staying with me at my house, and your boyfriend can spend the night too. You know, I'm not for that shit.
Okay.
I don't play that shit. So I found out what happened. Now, I'm not going to snitch on her. I'm not going to tell her mom. But I said, listen here, whatever her boyfriend's name was. I'm like, listen, this is some bullshit, but this is what's going to happen. Right. You sleeping in the bed with me. If you gotta go to the bathroom, you better wake me the fuck up. Let me find out you're not in my room.
Yo.
And that night he stayed on one side, I stayed on the other side. I locked my door. I said, let me wake up my door and not be locked.
Yo. You say your brother said that?
Yeah, my brother's very irresponsible. He's got like 10 kids.
First of all, that's your house. Why are you dictating rules in my house?
How is he? Yeah. So he was like, how? But I'm a good uncle. I didn't get nobody in trouble, but I said, listen, I told whatever it's like, you staying in my bed with me. I don't want to hear, nope, you on one side, I'm on the other. You better fucking be there every time I wake up. I think I handled that pretty well.
It sounded pretty well to me, because you know what it would happen if
I knew what it was.
Exactly. So yes,
not in my house.
Right thing. You did the right thing.
And I didn't let nobody get in trouble. I could have been like the real uncle, called her mom
right. Be the snitch.
I ain't snitching, but this ain't gonna be comfortable.
Lord.
I think that's the only time I've ever been in a bed with a 17-year-old that wasn't my family. Like, I don't think I've ever been in bed with a 17-year-old that was my family.
Lord Jesus Christ.
Like I said, I had a big bed. He was on one side, I was on the other, because he wasn't sleeping on the floor. He could low crawl out my fucking room.
Lord. Anyway.
I think that was a pretty nice,
It is a nice story. That's good. You did a good thing. You did the right thing. Okay. So yeah. We need to really have honest conversations, guys. It
We
just
do.
has to be. If we keep just saying, "Oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay," eventually it's not going to be okay because you're not going to learn nothing. We on the line debating John Morant, how he fumbled $1 million contract with the NBA. It's probably because somebody told him it's okay, it's okay, it's
How
okay.
did he fumble that
Instead of
contract?
he was online. This was his second offense. The first time he was online waving a gun. It's nothing wrong with that, but
Yes, there
they
is.
okay, you're right, because you right. So he was online
That's called
waving a
brandishing.
gun, right. And they told him they suspended him for it the first time. Like, don't do that again. You're suspended for a minute. So then he got reinstated again. Then he went online again and waved the gun around again. So it wasn't his friend was the one recording it, but he knew the camera was on him because he looked at the camera and waved the gun.
That's
So
just stupidity. And he needed to lose that because unfortunately, you give people that have opportunities that still want to live that street life. I've had family members that have had better opportunities to still want to live that street life. And there's no nice way to say it. It's fucking dumb. It's dumb.
it was that.
He literally made it out. He was that less than 1 percentile that made it out
Right.
doing some dumb shit. You know, I
Right.
got family in the NFL. My cousin ain't doing no shit like that. No.
Right. But I think it's because people around him probably was coddling him and saying, it's all right, it's all right, it's okay. Instead of being like, give me your gun, sit
He
your
should
ass
have one of his
down.
homies. Yeah, one
This
of his.
ain't gonna be happening.
Yo,
Okay.
shut the fuck up and sit down in the corner.
Right.
You don't get to do that stupid shit no more.
You need
If you
harsh love, but you need harsh honesty too.
he needed a father.
He had a father. He wasn't
In the picture, did he grow up with his dad?
He had a mother and father, and he raised in the suburbs. He wasn't no thug. That's why people was also confused.
He wanted to be a thug.
He wanted to do what everybody else is doing on the internet. That's all it is. But he's young.
Dumb.
He probably just was showing off. He probably just wanted to show off or something. But yes, it's dumb. It's like why would you do that? But he's young, so I don't know that he's suspended again. I don't know if they're gonna reinstate him again.
Probably not.
Probably not. But if we was more harsh and be honest, see, this is the issue. People say they want honesty, and when they get the honesty, they don't know how to take it.
Well, you know me. I'm honest to a fault. There's a thin line of if I respect you, I won't lie to you. If I don't give a fuck about you, I won't lie to you because I don't care what you think about me. Now, if I'm about to get fired, yeah, I'll lie. But that's the thing. A lot of people don't like honesty. Like a lot of my relationships, by a lot, I mean the vast majority of I have one relationship with the person told me to lie to him about a particular thing. I'm like, all right, but I don't like to lie. It's too much effort, too much work that I don't feel like doing.
It is.
And
but some people can't handle the truth, and that's the issue. They don't know how to accept it.
Too damn bad. Get over his life.
Yeah.
Go to school, get an engineering degree, build a bridge, and get over it.
Oh God. But yeah, we just need to really just be harsh. You can't have yes men around you all the time. You need somebody to really sit you down and put you in your place, to explain to you why this is wrong, why you shouldn't be doing this.
Tough love for a reason.
Exactly. And it's not that it's coming out of hate. It's like you said, it's coming out of love. It's tough love. If I told my daughter, right, that she's stupid, what you think she's gonna think?
That she's stupid.
Exactly. So
now, for kids, I don't do the opposite. What I do is I won't say that they're stupid, but I'll say an action that they did was stupid. I'll never call my children stupid because that permanently can affect them. But go ahead.
Exactly. So you have to really be. It's like women say, "I don't need a man." Pause right there. Yes, you do, honey. You need a man, but you just want a man to will treat you right to let your guard down. That's what it is. We have our guard up for a reason because we've been hurt, we've been lied to, we've been all different types of stuff. Women go
So
through
have
so
we.
much abuse.
So do men.
But we both go through abuse
We go through
different ways.
Yes. You know how many times women lied to me? You know how many times women said one thing just to extract funds from me or to extract things from me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's different levels, but there's still, it's
People are
suck
assholes.
to be a man. It can still suck to be a man.
And it sucks to be a woman. We both have issues. Women get sexualized out of being 12, you know, and especially now with generation, it's everything's over sexualized. But a grown ass man can be looking at my daughter, and what am I supposed to do about that? You know, besides even beat him up or call the cops. Like, those are two options. But
looking, you can't really do much for looking. But
I can say something for looking. Like,
you can definitely say something. But women have inherent value. Men do not. We have no value. Women are perishable. Men are expendable. A woman can be 20 years old and have a value just by being a 20-year-old woman. A 20-year-old man don't got value just for being 20. You better fucking work. That's why men don't usually come into our that's why younger women like older men, because a woman wants someone established. Y'all want to meet us at the finish line after I ran the race, after I had my feet bleed and all that. Y'all want to meet me at the finish line. And because of the way I was treated before, I get it. And I'm enjoying my love. I enjoy being the 4%, 3% of black men in this country. It's great. It feels good.
Okay.
But
that's good for you. I'm sure you have doors opening for you and being looked in a better light because of that.
And back doors opening too.
No, God. But listen, I've been a nerd all my life. I used to be bullied back in the day. And now those same niggas that was bullying me is in my inbox now. So everybody have a glow up phase, you know.
Everyone does not. Well, I know plenty of people. Everyone does not have a glow up. No.
You're so stupid. Like, I can't with you.
Come on. You know some people that never had that glow up.
I do. I honestly do.
They ain't happen. That shit doesn't sell.
I have an ex of mine in my inbox now from high school, and it's like, bro, what you want? Oh, I just wanted to say hi. Don't say hi to me. Don't say hi to somebody else. Like, no, because he's still stuck in from high school. He's still stuck where he at, and he sees me as I peaked and I did this stuff and I achieved this stuff, and he just looking at me now like, oh, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. Like, no. But it happens. I mean, that's a good thing. Take it as an accomplishment. Like, those women that didn't look at you back then are definitely looking at you now. And you now have the option to even be like, yeah, come on, or back the hell up.
Oh, shit. I had a girl that in high school. Okay, so 10th grade, she told me I was too weak for her. I was really skinny in high school. So I did nothing but push-ups, crunches, isometrics, calisthenics for 10th grade summer. 11th grade, she wasn't there. 12th grade, she was. I did nothing but push-ups and stuff. I go to Marine Corps. She writes me a letter. But before I went to Marine Corps, I told her, listen, this will be the last time I've ever asked you to go out with you. And she told me, you think it's some type of fucking privilege? In my head, I'm like, all right, bet. I get back from the Marine Corps. She's like, well, you know, I always liked you all this time, but I was embarrassed. You know what I said to her?
What?
We have such a good friendship. I'd hate to ruin it.
I mean, that's true. That's true. I mean, some people don't I mean, I would date you if you on my same level as me. Like,
or higher.
Or higher. But if you are on the same level as me and you trying to achieve higher, I'm not going to wait until you get higher in order to do that. Because right now in my life, it doesn't make sense to date somebody that don't want to achieve more. Like, I'm in okay situation, but I want it to be better. We have to both have that same mindset, because I can't be running the race and you falling behind and I'm trying to pass you the baton and you not nowhere there. So that's also how you got to take the dating situation. Like, the 50-50 thing, Love them when they're young. Like, you love your person, and if they have the same values, mindset, goals as you do, be in that group, be in that relationship. But if y'all don't have the same minds, views, and goals and all that, y'all want to bump heads naturally because y'all don't see eye to eye on things. It's you don't have to be the exact same thing.
I was about to
Like,
say, some opposites do attract.
opposites do attract, but you can't be too opposite that y'all really just like, well, why are you doing this and why are you doing that's argument. That's
D'Amica likes sports, and I don't like sports at all.
interesting.
Yeah, she likes sports, plays sports in school. I never played sports in school.
But is
I
she
was, I was,
forcing you to play sports?
I mean, nobody can force me to do anything, honestly. But that's just man or woman. But that's just who I am. But it's funny. I mean, we both played chess and we had martial arts. But yeah, it was funny.
Mm.
She
Okay.
never. She likes
But
sports.
she's active though, and you active. That's what y'all have in common.
But it was just I'm just saying that opposite aspect.
Opposites do attract, but you can't be too opposite that y'all just don't see eye to eye on things on a regular basis. Relationships, they argue, but if it's a constant situation because y'all don't have nothing really in common, then that's an issue. But yeah, we can talk about this for days. I think I'm going to end the segment on that note. Is it anything you want to say else, Chris?
Stay awesome.
Who, me?
Yeah. You don't want fine. That goes for everybody but you. Stay awesome.
Stupid. Oh, thank you. And you keep doing what you're doing, Chris. You know I have your back all the time.
I'm trying.
You not trying, you doing. Okay.
Well, you have a good evening. It was nice talking with you. And if you have any other tantalizing subjects, let me know. And I'll do my best.
I will definitely let you know. See you, Chris.
Deuces. I'm out. Leave the studio. Bam.
And that's it for Rens Red Room. See you next time.